other cases where we had given notices and the communication seemed not to have gone down really well. So we sort of gave them a slap on the wrist and said that, look, you can go back to your country. This time around, we're not going to go that route. They will face the laws of Ghana. They'll be arraigned before court. And if the judge so determines that they should be thrown in jail, they will go to jail.
What exactly is their crime?
So their crime is illegal gold trading. And as far as the Goldbod Act 1140 is concerned, it is illegal to trade in gold as a foreign national within the local gold trading space in Ghana. Any foreign national that would want to trade in gold would have to do that through the Goldbod. So, I mean, on the face of it, anyone who has read the Goldbod Act or Goldbod law and appreciates it would notice that, look, this is a total violation of the law. And apart from that, they were also engaged in smuggling because per what we realized from the busts that our task force conducted, these stash of cash were hidden in forms of dozens of casino cards. So one would assume that, look, that's money laundering, clearly staring us in the face. And then the 1.3 million in cash, we were so lucky to have seen that physical cash and to seize it in the first place. So it was not just illegal gold trading and smuggling, but money laundering inclusive. So let me just run you through the items that were seized. So we seized 1.3 kilograms of gold, valued at approximately 1.4 million Ghana cedis, and then 1.3 million in cash. And watch this. This is a jaw-dropping revelation. 12 pump-action guns and ammunition. So clearly they were armed in anticipation that, look, if anybody tries to stop us, we will defend ourselves or we'll fight them back.
12.
Thankfully, our task force that we inaugurated by President Mahama on Tuesday were able to overpower them. And then dozens of casino cards, as I've indicated, believed to be instruments of money laundering. And then gold trading records and documents. So the evidence abounds that it cannot be contested. I don't know how they are going to defend their case. I'm not preempting the case, but this is yet to go to court.
So, what you
court.
seized included records that show that they've traded gold.
Yes, records that show clearly that they've traded in gold. And also the gold trading receipts we're also seeing. There's a peculiar way that gold traders go about in issuing out their receipts. And we saw dozens of them clearly, and evidence that proves that, look, they were dealing in gold trading, which is a no-go area for a foreigner. And these Chinese nationals that we are talking about, we are referring to 9 men and then one female. And you should have seen their faces and the bravado with which they were standing whilst their names were being called, as if to suggest that, look, we haven't done any wrong, but clearly the evidence abounds.
I see. No, that's interesting. So you when you made the arrest, you didn't arrest any Ghanaian. They were not in the company of any Ghanaian. They were exclusively Chinese nationals.
There were Ghanaians. There were Ghanaian collaborators, and in due time, as we go ahead with the case in court, that will be made known. But we wanted to use these Chinese nationals to send a strong warning to the entire world that there's a new centralized body in Ghana that is overseeing, supervising, regulating the gold trading sector in Ghana. So that is the message that we wanted to forcefully put out there, and for which we organized this press conference and displayed these, nation records. I mean, these guys who have no heart for our nation. That's the reason we displayed them in front of the cameras for the world to see. And I'm beginning to pick intelligence from China that the message is being misconstrued as Ghana's way of attacking Chinese nationals. If you're listening to us in China, if you're Ghanaian and you're listening to Radio Gold in China, or if you're Chinese national listening to that. That is not the case. Ghana is only enforcing its laws and regulations, and it's pretty clear, it's in black and white, that if you're foreign national, it's not only targeted at Chinese. The last time we arrested Indians. So it's not only Chinese. If you're foreign national and you engage in local gold trading in Ghana, it's against the law. The only way you can buy gold from Ghana is through the Goldbod.
Okay.
Follow that, and you'll not be caught on the wrong side of the law.
Interesting. First of all, and I'll come back to the matter of how foreign nationals can, the level at which they can be involved in gold trading. But first, I want to ask whether all those arrested were foreign nationals.
And
because you're talking about 17 arrests being made.
Yes, 17 arrests being made. So include it with no, I don't mean 17 arrests. I mean 17 bust. 17 syndicates.
Okay.
So those include Ghanaians. There are some Ghanaian collaborators involved. And there's a special press conference that will come along the line where we would speak to that issue. But I can assure you, Radio Gold, and you know me, I won't put out lies. And you know my boss, CEO, Sam Agency, his operation is hinged on truth and honesty and transparency. So there will be another press conference where we will mention and then put out the number of Ghanaian collaborators, and then we'll put a message out there, clearly cut out there for those Ghanaian collaborators and the need for them to be aware of some of these things. So those 17 busts that we've conducted, there are Ghanaian collaborators who are also facing the law.
And you said all these matters are under investigation.
And all these matters are clearly under investigation.
And then I wanted to ask you, at what level can a foreign national, no matter where they are coming from, as long as they are not Ghanaian, trade in gold?
Okay, so you need to showcase your intention through an LOI, letter of intent. And when you present your letter of intent, we also do due diligence on you, the individual or the company. And after which, we'll call for a meeting where there will be a negotiation on the product or the commodity that you want to purchase from Ghana through the Goldbod. So it is very simple. You don't need to have a license as a foreign national to buy gold from Ghana. You only need to disclose the intent whilst we do due diligence on you. And when you're able to meet the various things that we look at or specifications that we look at, then we will consider you to come and purchase the gold from the Goldbod.
So you're saying no foreign national based in Ghana can go to a miner and buy gold from them with the intent of trading it?
It is illegal to do so. No foreign national. You do that at your own risk.
I see. Kwame, thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you. Thank you, too, for speaking to me.
Well, Prince Kwame MINKAH is Media Relations Officer of the Ghana Goldbod, joining us on the line. Very interesting. So it says, when I say 17 arrests, it says 17 busts. So he said that they have actually picked up, these are syndicates. So, for example, this is one, but it involves, I think, about 5 to 6 or 7 Chinese nationals who are involved. So each is a syndicate. 17 busts in total. And of course,